A sudden storm over the great house of Collinwood. The heavens are as full of unrest as the house itself. Perhaps the spirits which disturb the house will finally make themselves known. Or perhaps they will only bring new horror, new grief.
Why is the weatherman always wrong? 2 afternoon papers said clear and mild. They obviously don't realize their responsibilities.
Roger, we must talk about David.
What is it now?
Sarah. He said she came into his room.
It was a mistake to bring him home. Vicky said he never mentioned Sarah's name once while he was in Boston.
Well, he's back from Boston now.
I don't understand. If you have an imaginary friend, why not bring her along? He had no playmates in Boston. That would be the time I would think that he would need this figment of his imagination.
Maybe she isn't that.
Oh, Liz, really?
He couldn't make up the things that she says to him. This evening she said from the dead was trying to harm one of us here.
And I must say, it's not very pleasant to think that my son has that kind of an imagination.
Miss Hoffman implies that there is a Sarah.
How does she know?
I didn't find out. We were standing in David's room and she walked by the door. She seemed nervous and upset. I couldn't question her.
But we must.
Yes, I know.
And now?
Maybe I really didn't question her because I was afraid of what I might find out.
I'm sorry to have disturbed you, Julia. Obviously, both my sister and I thought it important.
I couldn't talk to you in front of David.
I think you should consider that David is telling the truth, that Sarah is not imaginary. I can't say any more.
But you must say more.
Yes, please.
If you had asked me before I came to Collinwood if I believed in ghosts,
Ghosts? Are we talking about ghosts?
Yes, I think we are. First, Maggie Evans saw this little girl.
Did you actually see her?
Yes, I did.
I don't believe it. A ghost?
What else could she be?
Julia, I have read a book or two on this subject. They all have a logical explanation. David has this imaginary friend. Then one of you sees some unknown child dressed peculiarly. Your mind makes a connection.
I wish that were true.
And I wish you would give us your full attention.
Roger.
I dislike talking to someone while they look through a book.
I'm going to show you the Sarah I saw.
You're going to show us Sarah.
Yes. Here is her picture.
Sarah Collins.
Oh, Julia, I remember showing you this album. You looked at that picture. You asked me about it.
But Sarah did die when she was about David's age.
Well, perhaps she did. She remembers this picture of Sarah. Then she sees some other little girl with long hair. All little girls with long hair look alike.
Oh, are you talking about me?
Carolyn, I wish we were.
Sarah Collins died 200 years ago. Why would she come back now?
I don't know any answers, Roger.
Has David seen his little friend again? What does he want now?
Nothing. Why do you say that?
Well, the last time she visited him, he didn't want to go to Boston.
You told me then that you saw her too.
I wanted to help David. Perhaps Julia's trying to help someone now.
I'm not lying, Carolyn. You know that.
I don't know anything about it.
No one does, unfortunately. And there's no way to prove anything.
But there is
Please tell us how.
a seance.
Holding hands in the dark. Sarah, Sarah, please come to us. Oh, really, Julia?
Don't laugh, Carolyn.
I don't like seances.
I don't either.
We learned something from the last one, Roger. You laughed at it then, but you ended up quite impressed. We have got to have this seance tonight. We have got to reach Sarah. Otherwise, we may never find out what's wrong with David.
Where is Sarah now? Why did she leave me before I could explain? What can I explain? My life? No. That I still love her. I am still her loving brother. I am not to blame for what has happened to me. I didn't choose this. Or would she rather I was dead? Would she forgive me then?
Who is it?
Carolyn, let me in.
Carolyn, I'd rather not have visitors tonight.
Wait,
Tomorrow.
please listen.
No, I have much thinking to do.
But you don't know what's going on at Collinwood.
What?
A seance.
Why?
They want to try and talk to Sarah Collins.
No. Not tonight. Not after...
I don't know if even you can stop it, Barnabas. My mother is very determined. And so is Julia. Do you want to stop it, Barnabas? Must you stop it?
Barnabas, you of all people objecting to a seance. You've always been so interested in the past. I think sometimes to the exclusion of the present.
Well, I respect my ancestors' privacy as much as I hope that they respect mine. I would hate to think that they are being disturbed by a mere whim.
This isn't a whim, Barnabas. Miss Hoffman says she's seen Sarah.
Well, I don't think that Miss Hoffman is the most stable of women.
She wouldn't lie.
Oh, she's interested, I admit, as an historian.
Well, I have a more personal interest. David.
Well, what exactly would a seance accomplish?
We'd know what we have to deal with. I called Dr. Fisher in Boston tonight. I wanted him to come up. Whatever we find out will be most helpful in his talks with David.
Do psychiatrists exorcise ghosts now?
No, of course not.
Then what does it matter what David's friend is?
Barnabas, what a shocking thing to say.
Elizabeth, I'm as concerned for David as you are.
Oh, if that is true, then I should think you'd try to help us instead of being obstructive.
Well, I didn't realize that I was being that. I apologize. I thought I was being the voice of rationality, but obviously I'm wrong.
I'm sorry, too. I don't want any differences with you.
Nor I with any of you at Cullenwood.
Well, we're nearly ready. Oh, Barnabas, we're going to have another seance. Would you care to join us?
Barnabas doesn't approve.
Well, it's not a matter of approval. It's just that I'm a cynic, Roger.
I was too at first, but then, you know, something very impressive can happen.
Well, for all your sakes, I hope it does happen tonight. But if it does, it's certainly so that ghosts must have a great supply of raincoats and umbrellas.
Yes, that bothers me, too. The realistic aspects of it. Oh, which reminds me, Liz, I am sorry, but we'll need some candles, and I hate to wake Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, I think I know where they are.
I'll get them.
I'll go with you. Oh, will you excuse us, please?
Doctor.
Yes.
What if Sarah doesn't appear, but Dr. Woodard does?
Is that why you're not coming?
What will you say to his ghost?
He will name you, not me.
Are you willing to take that risk?
I am willing to take any risk. I have no choice but to see this through to the end. You have no choice either if you would only realize it. Excuse me.
I couldn't stop it.
What are you going to do?
Well, I have to be very cautious. Your mother's already accused me of being obstructive. But, Carolyn, I have a plan for you.
Barnabas.
Don't worry. I'll be next to you.
You mean you're going to stay?
As Dr. Hoffman pointed out, I have no choice.
Five chairs, is that right?
Yes, close enough together so that we can touch hands.
Julia, have you ever been to a seance?
Yes, once.
Good, then help me with this one, will you? I'm at my worst with ritual. We're ready, Liz.
Barnabas has decided to join us.
Oh,
If no one minds.
well, I'm delighted. I thought you were being rather stuffy.
Oh, I don't mind being thought that, but I wouldn't want anyone to doubt my concern for David.
And I'll get one more chair.
Oh, no, allow me.
There's one thing. I want the album on the table. If she does appear, I want to see with my own eyes that it's actually Sarah Collins.
I think actual physical appearances are relatively rare.
Is there any order in which we sit? Is it like a dinner party? Man, woman, man, and so forth?
Well, if it's so, we're in trouble.
Etiquette is not the important thing. Attitude is. If anyone doesn't believe, then he or she may stop the person we're contacting.
I wouldn't want that, Miss Hoffman. I shall suppress my natural levity.
Here it is, open to the page.
Let's not wait any longer.
Now, if everyone will just sit.
And I'll sit between you two.
Julia, you sit here. Now, oh, I'd better get the door. And the light. Now, the important thing is that we all concentrate on Sarah Collins.
All seen her picture, now try to remember it in your minds.
Now, no matter what, no one interrupt, even if you want to.
Our hands must touch so that we form an unbroken circle. Barnabas, your hand's not touching Carolyn's.
I'm sorry.
The circle must never be broken. Now we must clear our minds of everything except Sarah.
Sarah Collins, we are calling you. Come to us, Sarah. We need you, Sarah. We want you to help us with David. Your friend, David. Help us, Sarah. Make a sign if you hear us. Sarah. Sarah, if you are in this room, let us see you. If you will not let us see you, then speak to us. Speak.
No! No!
Carolyn.
Shh. She's going into the trance. Speak to us, Sarah, through Carolyn, speak to us. We are your friends.
You wake me.
Sarah, tell us about David. Your friend, David.
I have no friend.
But you come to David.
No. I don't. No. Let me go back. I do not like it here. I have no friend named David.
She lies. David is my friend. I play with him. I am Sarah Collins. She tells lies. David is my friend.
No,
She does not want him to be, but he is.
she's not Sarah.
Carolyn.
I am. I will never, ever let any of you see me again. I came to her. She saw me. She tells lies.
No!
Carolyn, sit down and be quiet.
Why is my new nursemaid late? I drew a picture of how she is to look. She will be that pretty. See? Where is she?
Sarah, we want to know about David. Why do you come to David?
To tell. Let me go to the gate. Please. I'll hear the carriage there.
Sarah, tell us about David.
Barnabas will take me to the gate.
This is ridiculous. Cruel.
Barnabas, when you marry Josette, will you still love me? Will you come and see me at the new house?
You come to the new house to see David. Why?
To tell him.
Tell us, please.
To tell him the story. The story. How it all began. How...
Tell us now.
No! I won't go to bed until my new nursemaid comes. You said that I could stay up to see her. Don't take the candle. I won't go to sleep. Don't take the light. Don't!
Vicky!
Turn on the light!
Vicky!
Who are you? Where's Vicky?
Yes, who are you?
Where did you come from?
Boston. The carriage. It overturned. Those clothes. Where am I? Who are you? Where's my reticule? My papers, my references. I only work in a respectable house.
Sit down. We will ask you the questions. What is your name?
Wick. Phyllis Wick.
And why did you come here?
The solicitor in Boston engaged me for Mrs. Collins.
Mrs. Collins.
There is no Mrs. Collins.
There must be. Isn't this Collinwood?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm the new governess.
Governess?
Yes. For a 9-year-old girl named Sarah.
It's the old house. Barnabas's house. But there's something different about it.
It is different. Where am I?